The divine light is magnetic. It pulls everything towards itself, and it is pulled by towards everything that vibrates, no matter how high or low the vibration of the receiver. Because this is the essence of all that is, it cleanses, it transmutes, it uplifts all in its path. This light seeks to break all barriers, and not separate but connect everyone and everything, and restores everything to its original blueprint and purpose. The only thing that survives within this divine magnetic fire of transformation is love. This is a time of huge transition, transfiguration as the illumined portals open, and the immensity of it all will start to reveal itself on all levels of humanity now. It is the complete splitting of the old earth and new earth. Thus, the duality of the old earth is now being transfigured into oneness and unity consciousness, and thus new life and new beginnings as one. Light is now the new reality. Service to others is the new norm. If you still have doubt, then you are about to witness this firsthand. You are about to see many systems crashing and burning, as well people departing, because they are afraid and refuse to let go of the old. However, the changes will no longer be postponed. There is no future, there is no past, there is only now, and in its now, the old dream is dissolving fast. This is not about causing fear, this is about awakening. It is about realizing that what we thought was real, battle far from real, what we thought worked so good for humanity, did not. It only worked for those that sought to enslave humanity. What we have today is slaves supporting their masters. This too must end. Especially since soul activity is in acceleration mode, it's likely that upheavals and inconveniences cannot be avoided, as the tenacious Illuminati resist having the remnants of their network taken down. Probably, they also will ramp up mainstream media's false news to evoke fear, because they need that energy to keep going. Regardless of how upcoming situations may appear, nothing they try will succeed. Ever rising vibrations assure that all light forces' undertakings will be triumphed. You are invaluable contributors to this, dear family. Most of you are not in the trenches, so to say, but your very beingness sends out the high vibrations that are transforming life on earth. You knew that when you volunteered to go there, it's why you went. The empowerment of love and light is who you magnificent soul are. Further, to help the planet maintain balance, the operation of the universe includes directing light where it is most needed. If you send light to a specific situation or location, the universe has to rearrange it, in a way of speaking, so it can be dispersed in accordance with need. We have suggested visualizing Earth in golden white light because the energy goes directly where it will do the greatest good. And intention has its own energy, when love is the basis of everything you think, say, and do. You are living from your heart, the seed of the soul, and that intention magnifies the light you radiate simply by being. To all who are having difficulty meditating and visualizing, and ask if we can suggest another method to generate light in addition to being. Yes, we can. In previous messages, we have talked about the power of words spoken, written, and thought, and we said all words emit vibrations. A soul dear to us, Blossom Good Child was given a mantra by Federation of Light. I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth. Each word adds more high vibrations to the mantra and, combined with its transformative intention, it produces brilliance that flows out into your world. We know it's difficult to understand the kind of love that comes your way from the spiritual creation source. So, what if I told you that what you call love has a completely different name for us, or perhaps a completely different perception from what you've been told? What if I also told you that within your DNA there are attributes of love and nobody told you it's your DNA? Have they? Love is actually part of the double helix itself, and all DNA vibrates a certain way in response to love. Now, that's very different, isn't it? For humans, love is a very special emotion that comes in and goes out. What I mean by that is that you receive it and you give it. It comes in and you are also able to send it out. This is an interesting concept because not all emotions are that way. In the case of love, you can transmit it far, far beyond the room you are in. Many other emotions can be transmitted as well, but mostly just to the bubble around you, but not much more. That is something very different and special about love. Most of all, you will understand the stories were created by you. The peace that will flow with your soul will be from knowing there was always a purpose for every tear, every loss, and all perceived pain. You will see at last from the soul's perspective, and love, as you see it, was all an illusion. Waking dreams that you choose to arrive at the beginning and now as energy, and the story is gone. As the celebrations continue with honoring many souls for their service, many will be embracing families from their origin. Maids and children will approach with great love. There are no words for the love that will be experienced. The souls that you've known in this awakened dream will be beautiful friends and family that you know well. Nothing will be lost. Love multiplies and gives. You've reached the place of no more loss. The unlimited capacity and power of the soul will be known. It was much, much later when weeks of rain led to widespread flooding and partial planetary cleansing. All life in lowland towns and villages drowned, many people and animals, and the hardiest plants in higher elevations lived. As tales were passed down through the generations, embellishment may have included a man who built a large boat to save his family and animals. Or perhaps the self-serving rulers of state and church who devised God's laws. That flooding episode happened long after the beginning of your current civilization, which came about somewhat that same as repopulation after all life twice perished, but with a few significant differences. People who came from various civilizations survived. They create a world with a diversity of races, cultures, and philosophies. And highly evolved souls embodied as wells to anchor light in ocean's depths where darkness cannot reach. Land animals were much smaller and more intelligent than previous form like the dinosaurs, which were considered a failed experiment, and many, like whales and dolphins in the oceans, were family-oriented. Because Jupiter was ideal for developing animal and plant species, that thrive in conditions similar to Earth. Members of advanced civilizations lived on that planet temporarily to perform those missions and move those life forms to Earth. In the beginning, people, animals, and plants knew their soul-level connection. They lived together harmoniously, communicated telepathically, and each beneficially served the others. Then, darkness descended again. It inculcated ferocity in some animals and the capacity for brutality in people. It suppressed the ability of soul-level knowledge to reach consciousness that eliminated each person's awareness of God's self and the knowledge that every life form is a soul. Bodies have self-healing systems, plants have healing properties, and trees have ancient wisdom. Darkness also instilled the concept of separation, self-service, hatred, fear, greed, and deceit.